Hey guys, Jay here from E2 Language. In this lesson, we're going to look at TOEFL Reading Skill number 2, which is guess vocabulary from context. This one's pretty straightforward, but nevertheless, let's have a close look at it. So, the objective of this lesson is to understand the question type and learn how to answer it accurately, okay? And what I'm going to do in this lesson is describe the task to you. I'm going to show you a method, a simple method for how to do this well, and then I'll give you a chance to do some practice at the end, so do stay tuned. First of all, let me just describe this task to you. So this is what the question type guess vocabulary from context will look like on test day. On the left-hand side, you can see the question prompt and the answer options. On the right-hand side, you can see the passage of text. What you can see here is, and this sort of gives this question away, is you can see the word in bold and you can see the same word in bold there. What do you have to do? Well, you have to decide whether decrease or weaken or provide or worsen will best fit this space or best replace this word to say the same thing, okay? Now, of course, you have to guess. Well, maybe you will know what that word actually means, like exacerbate, for example, but most of the time you won't, because it's going to be a very, very tricky, very uncommon word. So what you have to really do is read for context to replace that word with another word that you do know. So let's have a look at the method now for how to do this. So step one, you want to compare the meaning of the word in the question to the answer options, because you know what? You may just know what that word is or a synonym for it. So let's do that first. So let's look at this word exacerbate. Okay, so we've got exacerbate. Now, does that mean the same as decrease or weaken or provide or worsen? So, I mean, if you know that, that's good, but you still might need to read the passage itself, because there may be two that will be similar, like weaken and worsen, for example, and it's only the context of this from which you will be able to select the correct answer. So that's step one. Step two, locate the word in the passage and read that sentence. Okay, fine. So let's locate the word in the passage. Well, we can see it in bold here. It's very clear. Let's read this sentence here. The proposed tax rise will only exacerbate financial problems for low-income earners. So the proposed tax rise will only exacerbate financial problems for low-income earners. Okay, now we've got the context of this word. We could go back and have a look now. Let's go to step 3. Try each answer option and eliminate incorrect options, okay? So, let's read this sentence again, but let's try it with the word decrease. So the proposed tax rise will only decrease financial problems for low-income earners. Well, decreasing a tax rise will only decrease financial problems. No, that just doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Let's try weaken. The proposed tax rise will only weaken financial problems for low-income earners. Again, doesn't really make much sense, does it? Let's try this third one here. The proposed tax rise will only provide financial problems. No, that doesn't make sense either. Okay, we're left with this one here. Hopefully this makes sense. The proposed tax rise will only worsen financial problems for low-income earners. Interesting. So that leads us to step 4, where we choose the correct answer option, which is D, worsen. So in other words, in this context of that passage, the word exacerbate and worsen are synonymous. They're synonyms that can replace each other to keep the same meaning. That's what this task is all about, okay? Cool. Now that you've got that, let me give you a tip. So, read the sentence for tone. Let's read this sentence again. It says, the proposed tax rise will only exacerbate financial problems for low-income earners. So what's the tone of this sentence? Is it a positive tone or is it a negative tone? Well, it's certainly negative, isn't it? And so how can we tell it's negative? Well, we're talking about tax, so that's always usually quite a negative thing, but a tax rise. And this little adverb here gives it away. Only exacerbate financial problems. Well, there's the negative word as well. So decrease, well, that's potentially negative. So it could be that one, could be that one, could be that one. And it's definitely not going to be provide. Okay, so that's just a little tip. Read for tone. Now it's time for you to do some practice. So I want you to pause the video, give yourself a minute, try and find the synonym, the correct synonym to fit the context for the word mislead. How did you go? If you haven't done it yet, please go back and press pause, because the only way to get good at TOEFL reading is to do TOEFL reading, okay? Right, let's have a look at the answer then. So the answer is full. This is the word which can best replace mislead to keep the same meaning. Let's have a look at it in more detail. Okay, so first of all, mislead. Protect, disagree, engage, full. Okay, let's read the sentence. Science can often mislead the uninformed, as untested theories are accepted as fact. Science can often protect the uninformed. No. Science can often disagree the uninformed. Well, there's no preposition, because it should say disagree with the uninformed, but there's no with here, so it can't be this one. Science can often engage the uninformed. Well, the tone's wrong, because this is a positive tone, so it's not that. Fool. Science can often fool the uninformed, as untested theories are accepted as fact. This one makes sense. Cool. Okay, here's another little tip for you. Let's look at the sentence again. This is an important tip. Science will often mislead the uninformed, as untested theories are accepted as fact. Read for prefixes. What's the prefix of this word here? Miss. We've got the base word here, lead, to lead. But to mislead means the opposite. Okay, so read for the missing, and also the prepositions, which I showed you. So lead would be the opposite of fool, and mislead will be the same as fool in terms of meaning. Cool. Right, guys, for TOEFL success, check out e2language.com. I hope that lesson was helpful. Do check out the website. Heaps of practice material, tutorials, live classes, whatever you need for success on your TOEFL. We are the people to go to. We're the website for you. See you soon.